Hey guys, welcome to Write Bites, a series of 10-minute episodes on writing, marketing, and freelancing. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to set goals that actually fuel progress.
But the doctor said if I can't find a new way to relate more positively to my surroundings, I'm going to die.
One of the most common things we see heading into the new year is people setting all sorts of goals for themselves across many different areas of life, coming in hot, coming in with momentum, and burning out within the first month.
I'm going to die.
This is incredibly common. We see this every year. And if you want to avoid that, you need a clear strategy for attacking your goals. And that's what I'm going to be providing in this video. We're going to go through 3 different things that you can do to turn goals into progress rather than just vague dreams. So let's start with number 1. Start with a goal that you can achieve in the next month. Okay, this is absolutely huge. The biggest reason that people fail on their goals coming into the new year is because they have this vision of what they hope to accomplish, and it's a 5-year vision, or it's a 1-year vision, or maybe at minimum it's a 6-month vision, and they come in looking to achieve that result right now. And they're never going to do that. And so, they put the work in. Maybe they know that conceptually, but in their head, that's the only goal. So they come in, they do the work for 2 to 3 weeks. They don't hit the goal because it's literally impossible to do that goal in 3 weeks. And all of a sudden, they lose the momentum and thus the discipline to continue forward towards this goal. So the first thing you can do to help yourself out is to set a goal that you can realistically hit in the next 30 days. And these are going to be very modest goals, okay? That's kind of the design here, but you need a win. As humans, we really need incremental wins to be consistent. So, if you're coming into this as a freelancer looking to achieve, 6 figures in 2021, look to increase your income by, $1,000 or $2,000 this next month. Instead of going in and saying, hey, I need to hit, 6 figures overnight, or if you're starting in from scratch and, you're trying to hit full-time income right off the bat, come in with a more manageable, something you can realistically achieve in the next 30 days. Hitting your first $1,000 in 30 days is a manageable result that will really, once you hit that, it's really going to fuel momentum to go hit that next $1,000. So start there. The second thing, you need to pair every single result-based goal with an effort-based milestone. So for example, if you were to come in, looking to gain muscle in the new year, and your goal is, I want to put on, 10 pounds of muscle, okay? Well, everyone's genetics are different based on your, history. It's hard to say how much exact amount of muscle you're going to be able to get. So what you want to pair that results-based goal with is an effort-based goal. So you want to say, okay, I want to put on 10 pounds of muscle. My strategy to do that is to, work out 3 times a week for an hour each workout. And then your primary goal really at that point is to hit, that effort-based milestone. You need to put in those 3 days a week, knowing that if you can hit those numbers, you're going to maximize your muscle gain, even though the exact amount of muscle you'll build isn't fully within your control when we're talking about a very limited time frame. So if we're talking about building a business, the income side, that is usually what people focus on, but we want to focus on the effort side. So you've heard me talk about pitching a lot. That's because pitching is entirely in your control. If you come to me and say, hey, I want to hit, $3,000 per month in the next 3 months, I'm starting at 0, then I'm going to say to you, okay, go pitch 20 times a week. And from what I've seen with many of my students, the people who execute on that effort-based goal and hit that, hit those metrics, it then often results in them hitting that $2,000 to $3,000 per month. So it's kind of one of those things where if you just wake up every day looking at your bank account saying there's no money here, and the only thing that you can actually force yourself to do doesn't immediately put the money in the bank, it's going to be hard to maintain that momentum. Where if you come in and hey, if I hit this metric, I'm going to get the result eventually, then then your focus is on, okay, I haven't hit my goal, I put in another pitch. 100% in your power, and it helps maintain that consistency on the way towards these goals that can't be achieved just like that. And then the third one, always be thinking about that 5-year goal. When we talk about momentum, when breaking these goals down from the broader goal into the this more specific goal, you need the incremental time-based goals. But the idea here is that you're looking to turn each of those milestones into momentum, but ultimately we're really wanting to turn the momentum into habit. That's the goal here. Our goal for attacking these big life-changing goals is to build habits that get us to those goals. And so the momentum allows us to go long enough to start building the habit. You're not going to build a habit in 30 days. Usually it takes about 90 days to build a habit. So we want to try to, hack our momentum to get us to that 90-day point where we've now built a habit that we just need to maintain over the long term. This is anyone who's achieved something, phenomenal. Maybe they have the physique that you want. Maybe they have the income you want, the career you want, the relationships you want. You name it. It's not an instant thing. It's not a 30-day thing. Getting things that everyone wants and few people have takes work. It takes consistency. It takes good habits that lead you towards those things. So when you're approaching this month, when you're approaching your new goals for the year, if you really want to change your life, the key is to really understand that the broader goal is a 5-year vision. Maybe you get there sooner, but you want to think of it as a 5-year vision, and you want to think of it as, I'm putting in the work every day to get to this broader goal. And ultimately, if I put the work in consistently, and the great thing about a 5-year vision is you can miss, a day a month. You can miss a few days a month, maybe even a day a week. And if you hit it on the other 6 days, if you hit it on the other, 25 days of the month, then you're going to get there ultimately. That's kind of the double-edged sword of it, is that you don't have to be perfect to hit these bigger goals. You just have to be consistent, and you have to be able to bounce back from when you fall off the wagon, if temporarily. When we talk about, I've been on a weight loss journey over the last few years, and for me the challenge is always, basically missing my macros, missing my goals for 1 or 2 days never fucks me up. What fucks me up is having that day turn into a month. I cheated on Thanksgiving, and that cheat day turned into an entire cheat month of December. And that's now I'm going to spend the next month of January working back from all the ground I lost this last month. And that's okay, because if I go put another 3 months in, I'm ultimately going to make forward progress towards my 5-year physique vision. But it's just one of those things where the more you can learn to get in the mindset that this is a 5-year vision. So don't fall off the wagon when you miss 1 or 2 days. Hop back in, and then at the same time, don't lose faith and motivation when you're not there in 30 days, because hey, this is a 5-year process. And that's how you go from goals that are just dreams and vague dreams to actually making forward progress and hitting things that will realistically change your life. So I hope you found that helpful, and I will catch you guys in the next episode.